Welcome back, everyone, to Halloween Haunts 365. I'm Jared.
And I'm Terry.
Parmesan chicken. Did that camera move again? Do you have to move over more? There we go. Can't wait till I can get back there. We got an interview tonight.
I wonder if it's because... No, you didn't move it.
I didn't move anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we got an interview tonight. Another stop on the Territour. And speaking of Territours, another sponsored video where Trey will whip my ass. So, without further ado, make sure you buy your ticket. Tours is coming to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for the 2025 haunt season. This tour, we have 5 haunts, 3 days, at one low price that you will not find anywhere. We will be visiting Castle Blood, Portals of Fear, Haunted Hills Estate Screen Park, Fright Farm, and Crawford School of Terror. Make sure you get your tickets now at terratours.rip. You will not be sorry. Let's go have some fun. Still learning how to use this stuff. But
I am so excited for Territours.
Me too. I can't wait. And one of the reasons I can't wait, and probably my most anticipated one, is we're going to bring on PJ from Fright Farm. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Great. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to hearing all about Fright Farm. I've wanted to come for a very long time now, so hopefully we can dive pretty deep.
Yeah. I'm glad to answer any questions you got.
Oh, I can't wait. So let's start off with you. What's your official title at Fright Farm?
I am the show operations manager.
Show operations manager. So that sounds very busy.
It sounds important.
In a way, yeah. I got to take care of making sure that the show aspect is going correctly, not necessarily the actor aspect.
Yeah. I like the show.
Me too.
So when did the Halloween bug first bite you? Because it's not just like, hey, I'm going to go work at a haunted house.
Realistically, I don't remember offhand, but it's been all of my life, basically. This is a full-time job for me.
Oh, that's great. So, all right, let's do off-season first.
Mm-hmm.
What does the typical day look like for you as the show operations manager at Fright Farm in the off-season? Like today, what did today look like for you?
Today was just redoing sets at the moment. We change about 40% of the haunt every year. We tear things out, put new things in. This year it's quite an endeavor we got going on. Two big renovations. Our hayride's getting renovated.
So how much of the building do you do?
I'm more on the tech side, but I mean I can jump in and put some screws in the wall if I have to.
Good, because I can't. All right, so we'll say October 15th. What does that day look like to you?
Wake up when I wake up, which could be anywhere from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., depending on the night before. Go in, and we start at about 5 o'clock. I get in, and I do my rounds. I do about 3 full walkthroughs on the haunted house before we even open, and that's even before I get costume on. That's me going around and filling up every fog machine, which there's about 20 on property. That's me filling the fog bottles to have next to the fog machines, and then scenting the haunted house. I walk through and spray scents in each room. I make sure all the animations and air are working. Then it's showtime.
Then you hop in and act because you're a lunatic.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot. Like to act
I get my cardio in.
I'm sure you do. I don't even want to act one night, and I'm going to have to, but we won't get into that. What are some of the biggest challenges in managing operations for a show of this scale?
Oh, I mean, there's so much. There's, we're an outdoor haunt, indoor haunt. we have to deal with, a tractor gets a flat tire, then we got to get mechanics out there to go fix that. We've got, say a storm rolls through and hits our power. We had a really bad storm last year. Lightning struck and hit something, and we lost almost every light on our hayride trail, and that fried every light. Like we had to go and replace every single light, every prop controller. It was
Holy
nuts.
crap. That's
Yeah,
insane.
it's this place is massive, and it takes a hell of a team to put this one on. We've air leaks and stuff like that. It's a lot of rebuild because of the outdoor element of the haunt.
Yeah, I can imagine. But when people ask me about starting one or building one, I'm like, do it inside.
If I could, we would be in a supermarket. I want everything indoor. I don't want to have to worry about. I don't want to have to worry about water or bees or bugs or storms. If I can't do anything outside, then I got to do it inside.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's very challenging.
So here's an unanswerable question, but we're going to do it anyway. How do you approach balancing entertainment, safety, and throughput during peak nights?
I mean, entertainment's not really in the front of my mind when I'm walking through. I'll be in full costume, but if I'm running past a group with a drill in my hand, I'm focused on something else. They just see me zip by. Throughput, we sadly have evolved into the Halloween Horror Nights kind of conga line. We are a extremely busy haunt. We have a college 20 minutes away. We get frat parties come through, drunk VIP tents coming through, buses, that kind of thing.
Idiot terror tours run by fucking Troy.
I'm so
Damn it,
excited.
Troy.
I'm so excited for this.
Me too, man. When he mentioned Fright Farm, that's when I was like, I was already in, but that's when I was like, ooh, because that's
I'm
one I've
happy.
been trying to get there in a while. All right, so how much creative input do you have in the development of new scenes or experiences at Fright Farm?
I'm gonna toot my own horn and say just about all of it.
Oh, very cool.
Me and the wife, we kind of have been deciding what we're gonna try to do, and some aspects never get done, but we have a nice vision of what we want per year. And this year, if we get everything done we say we want to get done, it's gonna be a good one.
Oh boy, he's getting me excited.
I know.
Damn it, Troy! Why is this taking so long? We're gonna blame it all on Troy. That's everything that happens in my life now.
Everything
I blame Troy.
You stub your toe, it's Troy's fault.
Yeah,
I've yelled at him for worse. I've yelled at him for missing a flight. So, what's a recent upgrade or change at Fright Farm that you're especially proud of?
So specifically with this year, I'll spill some beans.
Oh
So
boy.
we have a room, a section. It's a section of the haunt, and it's we call it the big room. The big room changes every single year, and this year is something we were trying to do last year, and we weren't able to do it, so we skipped it, and then we came back for this year. This room has been everything from a carnival graveyard, a swamp, a medical theme, like an old vintage theater. It's going to be Egypt this year. Very, very mummy inspired, very Indiana Jones esque. It's the first thing we started on this year, and it's the back section is mostly done. We're getting there, but then we got to work on the giant section, which is like the big room.
I've only been in 2 Egyptians themed scenes, and one of them wasn't even live.
Right.
I think you've only been in one.
One. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a cool theme.
Yeah.
Different.
We've done it all. We've we've tried. I like just trying new things. It's a lot of fun. We did an Arctic scene in that room a couple years back. We had like snow machines and we had an air conditioner set up in the one section, so it kind of felt cold.
You would never leave that
No, I
section.
wouldn't. It was like Arctic Blast at
Yes,
Night of Terror. They had
Night
the
of
air. That
Terror.
was awesome. All right, very cool. So we got Egyptian themes coming. I got to stop interviewing these Territory people. I'm getting too excited. So, yeah, that has nothing to do with that. Are there any backstage or behind the scenes processes that normal people would be surprised to learn about?
I think the most surprising thing to people backstage, specifically more with me, is running through and scenting the haunt. I've got a little bucket of scent sprays that I spray around the haunt, and just the names of them would throw customers off guard. Hell, slaughterhouse. Then there's like roses or garbage. Like I think that would throw them off a good bit.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think they realize that. Most people are in and out in 3 minutes. They're running.
Yeah.
So Fright Farm has been around for how long now? Because you told me, and I didn't believe it.
This will be our 36th season. I like to
Wow.
say that we are the 36-year-old haunt that nobody knows about.
Oh, they're going to know about it now.
Wow.
I got a mission. A mission.
So you said you put a costume on. Do you act every night?
I would say I act about 95% of the nights we're open. There's a couple nights where, say, I'm not feeling it, or it's just been a long day. But that's extremely rare. I know for Terror Tours, I'm not going to be in costume. I'm going to be meeting and greeting and, putting the hospitality on.
Shaking the hands and kissing the babies. Oh, I guess I understand. Depending on what you have to fix before showtime comes, I understand.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 30?
That's a lot.
It is. There's very few up there that age.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So are you guys the oldest haunt in Pittsburgh? Or Pittsburgh area, I should say?
No. I would think that Allen's Haunted Hayride is older than us.
Okay.
I think Castle Blood's up there too. They're fairly old.
Yeah, we're working on that next.
I was going to say we might as well just go right through the list.
That's what I'm trying to do. Hello, the Fright Farm. We just had portals. Good morning.
No.
That's what I'd pick on her the entire time. So that's very cool. All right. Lifeless Creations. We're going to dip into this too. Because he's not only full-time in the haunt, he also has a side biz. And I actually have some of your melts over there. So what inspired you to start Lifeless Creations, and how did you get into mask and costume design?
I've always loved masks and costumes. Going to Spirit Party City as a kid, just running around there. I just decided one day that I wanted to try to make a mask. I've been doing costumes since I was like 12, and masks were a huge jump for me. I didn't know if I could do it. Sometimes I still don't know if I can do it. But it's just a nice creative outlet for me, and it serves me a nice purpose in the haunt industry.
Yeah, it's they're awesome. I really do enjoy them. Very cool mask. So the scents, how the hell did you just start making scents?
So I love the idea of scents. Obviously, we've been talking about scents a lot in this whole video, but
it's fine. That's a big part of it.
I'm known as like the stinky chainsaw guy here to a lot of the actors. I'm just that stinky chainsaw guy. But I love scents, and I wanted to try to bring that home with me without having to spray down my comforter or something like that. So I found some oils and mixed them up, and made some wax melts with them, and they serve their purpose.
They smell like what you're trying to get them to smell like.
Right.
And
They definitely do.
they're really nice for some home haunts that, we do have some disgusting wax melts, and if they don't want to spray their living room with something gross, then you just melt it and then get rid of it when you're done.
Yeah. Which ones do we have? You want to grab them for me real quick? They're those. You see those melts right there?
Yeah, those there.
Yeah, grab those. I actually won the Tim and Katie giveaway somehow, which was hilarious. So I got them in there. Shout out to Tim and Katie.
Love Tim and Katie. I was just talking to them today.
Yeah, I was bothering them today too. We got Chainsaw, Serial Killer, and my favorite, Fog.
All great ones.
Oh yeah, I really like. If anyone knows me or watches this channel, Haunt Fog is. I can sleep with just a fogger on me all night. I love it.
That smells yummy.
What one?
The serial killer.
Serial Killer?
It smells like cereal. Like Fruity Pebbles.
Get the pun?
Yeah, I got it. But it smells so good.
So, speaking of the mass creation and these crazy smelling melts, can you describe your creative process from idea to finished product? Does your idea ever look like the finished product? Because I know mine doesn't.
I never really go in with an idea when I'm making something, more or less. I'll just start processing it and see what I have. If I have, some zippers, I'll throw some zippers into it. Or, what kind of strapping do I have for this one? Do I have elastic or do I have a belt? Do I have any extra leather to mess around with?
Very cool.
Yeah, that's more or less the creative process until I get, until I have to make something, and then sometimes it's just more fun to be a little free than to have to remake the same thing over and over.
So basically, like your junkyard haunt, anything you find in the junk you put in the haunt, you're putting them on the mask.
Sometimes, yeah.
Hey, it works.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So, how do you balance your time between the two, especially with like build season right now and Midwest Haunters Convention coming?
I don't.
He doesn't sleep.
I'm full lifeless at the moment with MHC coming up. I'm not really haunting. I'm here. My workshop is here. If somebody needs me, they just come grab me. But I'm mainly lifeless right now until probably mid-July. I'll have all my orders out, and then I'll be full Fright Farm.
Man, that's hats off to you, bro. That's tough.
It's the dream. It's all
Man,
I've ever wanted.
for real. It's awesome. So what conventions do you hit? Obviously, probably Trans World.
Yeah, Trans World, East Coast Haunters, Midwest Haunters. We're looking at one in Kentucky right now. We might jump on, but more or less stick around to the Trans World aspect. Mostly haunt shows, maybe a couple horror shows here and there.
Yeah. The horror shows are weird. It's either hit or miss with haunt stuff. It really is.
Yeah, it depends on the market, really. Like we've done ones in Orlando, and those have done well. We've done, some in Ohio, and they didn't do so well.
Ohio has such a hard time with conventions.
I wonder why.
Because it's Ohio. It's where Rick Paulton comes from.
I know.
That's the scary thing. Any thought on the Texas, or is that too far?
I've always wanted to do Texas, but yeah, it's like 18 hours.
Yeah, it's tough. We'll blame that on Troy too.
That's rough.
Yep, it's Troy's fault it's so far. Yeah, we're heading to Pittsburgh, obviously. Then we're going to Dallas, North Carolina, And I think there was something else. I don't remember.
Mm-mm.
No, that's it. Those
No,
those are
just
our three
those
destinations this year.
Sounds busy.
I gotta see Dark Hour.
I love Dark Hour. I've never been. I have followed it from its infancy, and I love it. I love anything Alan does.
Yeah,
And the man is a haunt gem.
he is. He's like the godfather of haunting. He really is. There's a convention. He's teaching 4 classes. It's just
Mhm.
I actually had a delayed flight and I got stuck in Dallas for 2 days. And I was seeing what Troy was doing because I know he's only an hour away. See if he wanted to catch dinner. He's like, "You got a car?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, maybe a dark hour." Like, okay. And they were nice enough to just show me the entire building, his studio, the Monster Maker Den, the Stiltby Studios. I got to see all of it. And just walking through, I have to go. I have to see this show live.
Mhm.
It's such a cool story. It's all about 13 witches,
Yeah.
and it's all 13 different themed witches.
I
Like
would like that.
mermaid witch, old witch, pumpkin witch. Like there's all kinds of crazy shit.
They have an Egyptian witch.
Yep,
That's pretty cool.
they do. And that room was insane. Now that you said that, I completely remembered. Yeah, I got to meet him. Awesome dude. He walks up. He's like, "Hi, I'm Alan. I work here." I think I'm just meeting a legend, but okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I kind of know you work here. That's funny. All right, let's get back to these questions, and I'm going to keep firing back at you. So, which of your creations has had the biggest reaction from haunters or the audiences?
Is this a Fright Farm question or a Lifeless Creations question?
Let's do both.
Hmm. Okay, with Fright Farm in 2016, we had a barn built out on our hayride, and me and my brother took that as our project, and we made is a chainsaw barn, and it went over so well with the owner, with the customers. It was talked about as the only scary thing here at the moment. That warmed my heart. The Lifeless Creation side, I don't know if anything scares anybody. Maybe my prices.
That's everybody, so don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Well, I get told I need to raise them all the time, so it's that, I guess.
That means you're doing well.
Some of the scents might scare somebody.
Oh,
Chainsaw might.
I've definitely had some people smell like we have a roadkill and a fester, and those ones, I'll be like, "Hey, watch out for those," and they're like, "Uh huh," and then they'll be gagging.
That's one of my favorite parts about East Coast is just walking past the Froggy's booth and watching everyone go, "Ugh!" Like, what'd you think? Like,
It says piss on it.
and they take the biggest.
That is so true.
I must go past that booth like 10 times during a convention and just watch these people. Ah!
My first time at Transworld, this is 2017, I think. I got a little bit because I was over, at the scent lab sniffing, and I got a little bit of hospital and a little bit of slaughterhouse on my fingers, and then I went to go eat lunch.
Uh,
My chicken Caesar wrap was not good.
God, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh,
What?
that's gross.
How important do you think scent is in the overall haunt experience?
Extremely. I think it's a forgotten scent that not a lot of people realize. You know, I try to deter people from smelling the copious amounts of chainsaws we have at the haunt, because I mean you can smell those from distances. You know it's coming. I don't want you to know it's coming. I want you to smell a foot before you smell the chainsaw.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's
Yeah,
also a lot of really good storytelling. You know, if you're in a crypt and it smells like fresh dirt, you're more immersed into it.
Right.
yeah. I remember there was a couple funeral scenes with roses, like
Mhm.
dead roses. It fits. It's just perfect.
Yep. It's
I think it's
it,
important too. It's that fourth dimension that you get to break.
yeah, yeah. It's one of my
Because
favorite things to do is to just make people sniff bad things or good things.
yeah, because if you figure you do a hallway with open windows, you got sight, you got hearing, you got winds, you got touch, and then smell.
Yeah.
There's only one other sense. Yeah, yeah, I like scents. Scents are important.
I will say we were awarded the stinkiest haunt by uh, Scare Factor a couple years back.
Well, congratulations. Anything you win from the scare factor's a win. I love those guys.
Stinky haunt.
Sticky
Sticky
on.
on.
Did you print out the plaque?
I should. I should hang it up.
It's important.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. Yeah, I've got to know Nora and Tyler pretty well, and the amount of graphics they make at the end of the year is fucking insanity.
Yeah, and they're busy, busy, busy.
Yeah, they're nuts. Especially
I
Nora,
want
she's insane.
to get them out to Fright Farm.
I tried to get them on territories. They said, we got cow, we got stuff. So you've been called out to Fright Farm, Nora and Tyler. Get out there.
Yeah, that would be fun if they went to Terror Tours.
Yep. Oh, that must be out of control. Troy and Nora and Tyler. Oh my god. And us. Oh, that's just bad. Bad.
And Tim.
And Tim. Yeah. So, what were your thoughts on last East Coast? Since it's the newest show, it got a hell of a lot bigger. As
I
a vendor, what did you think?
loved it. It's my closest show. Everything else is 6+ hours away, so it's only little under 5 for me to get to Oaks, and nice little day trip. I love the travel. I love the convention center.
How were sales compared to like other conventions?
At first they were a little slow, but I think that was just everybody kind of running around and looking,
Yeah.
and then they picked up.
Yeah, we saw a lot of shit leaving Sunday, which was
Mhm.
different than the year before because everything left Saturday.
Yeah, yeah.
I still think they need to open the other wing because if they can space them out a little further apart, you won't have. Because like I get what they do. You got Froggies, you got Poison props, you got Fright props, you got VFX, all in that chamber. These are
Yeah.
your biggest prop houses that you really have. Spread the shit out. You can't get through.
Have you ever done Transworld?
Not yet.
You'll love the dark room. It's
That's the one reason I want to go.
it's
It's the
so
dark room.
so many people in that room.
Oh man, yeah. 1 year. It just falls in a weird time off place for us. Like obviously, we save 2 of our 3 weeks vacation for hunt season,
Yeah,
and then the one we usually take in summer. So we'll see. We might be able to squeeze a long weekend one of these years.
it's a lot of fun.
That's what everybody says.
I know. You had
Kids
fun at East
tour.
Coast.
I do.
Even if you didn't buy anything, just seeing it is world changing.
Yeah, I know we have to go once. Definitely have to go once. All right, quick break from that. It's raining out. You have nowhere to be. I know, fictional. You're making popcorn. What movie are you putting in? What's the guilty pleasure?
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Love it. I think that's catching up to Halloween.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
I love that movie. I love that movie so much. That and probably the Texas Chainsaw Remake 03. Those are my guilty pleasure movies.
Yep, I love that one too. Arlie Ermy, the man, Jessica Biel, the other dude I can't remember his name. The guy got killed first. That was a good one.
Kemper. I don't remember his
Capper, yeah.
But they say I forgot my drink, and that water's hot.
Yeah, what did you think of the third one? Not Devil's Rejects, but the
Three from Hell was something. It was definitely something.
That's one way to explain it.
Yeah, like I didn't hate it, but
Yeah,
it definitely wasn't the first two.
I will watch the other two way more than I will watch the third one.
And I haven't seen the third one since I first saw it. So
Yeah, we just watched it one time.
I like just about anything Rob Zombie does.
All right, what about The Lords of Salem?
That is a movie I've never seen.
Really?
It never piqued my interest until like a week ago. I was scrolling through and I stopped on it and I looked up a trailer and I was like, maybe not tonight.
Honestly, it's okay. It's fucking weird. I will say that. I don't really remember what happens because I think I fell asleep a couple times, so I do have to revisit it. But I remember it being definitely his weirdest movie.
I mean, have you seen El Super Beasto? His
Yes.
cartoon? That's a trip right there.
I'm waiting for someone to make a murder ride in a haunt.
I mean, I got to do the House of a Thousand Corpses maze at Horror Nights, and that was, I mean, probably as close as you could get to the murder ride.
Yeah. Yeah. We need a murder ride.
That's different.
I think the whole world needs more murder rides.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Well, there's only one haunt I've been in that had a serial killer room.
Yes.
Yeah?
Only one.
How serial killer room?
Like real serial killers. Like Ramirez, Bundy, Dahmer.
It's funny, we used to have a Manson room. I'm pretty sure the one CD player used to say Manson on it because that was the room it was in.
So you guys use CDs and loop it through that?
Yeah, cool. It's pretty old school, but it gets the job done.
If it works, it works.
Right.
I mean, why change all the shit out when you don't have to?
Yep.
I'm with keeping the old shit.
Yeah, this place packs. We have over 100 different sounds in the whole haunt.
That's what gets me. Like your smells, I'm sound. I love like
sound is also my department as well. So I've gotten pretty okay at doing this whole sound thing.
Like that's another thing people don't realize when it's happening, but that's the first thing I'll notice is like quiet hallway, you may hear whispers or a drip, and then
I can almost guarantee you won't be able to hear that here. I can almost guarantee it. Because there's a couple haunts I've been to that I could hear the actors go, "Oh, there's people coming. Hey, we should go scare them."
Oh shit, they're here.
Yeah.
Do you get to any off-season haunts?
Yeah, as many as I can. We like to take a trip to Horror Nights at least once, sometimes twice a year. 100 Acre Manor in Pittsburgh. We like to try to do a special trip out to the Haunted Hoochie. Anything that we can. Our haunt's open normally almost 30 nights, so it's really hard for us to get out. We got to get to either a haunt that's open on a Sunday in September or a Thursday in September, and that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I think it's difficult.
We try to hit about five haunts a year, and then off-season events like I'll be heading out to Black Orchard in Kentucky here in next month. They're doing a summer event that seems pretty cool.
Yeah, this has been the year of off-season events.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Me too.
We can't do it. We're in the process of rebuilding haunted houses, basically, and we could never do an off-season event here, sadly. But Haunted Hills Estate down the street, they'll do them. They do really good. They have a Christmas event, St. Patty's Day event, what's the one where people fall in love? Valentine's Day. That's the one.
Yeah, I've never, like, we usually had a Christmas haunt, then a St. Patty's haunt, a Valentine's haunt, and then there was a halfway to Halloween. So we would normally cover like 4 haunts in the off season. We're up to 14.
Nice.
Like, I looked.
We still have.
We have another one.
July 4th or July 5th.
July 5th. Laurel's House of Horror is doing a purge night.
That's awesome. I've wanted to go hit them up.
It's worth the drive. It really is.
Yeah.
How far is that from Pittsburgh?
I think it's a little under 4 for me, where I'm at, because we want to hit up Harrah's too. You guys were just there. What, last night?
Last Saturday.
Last Saturday. Such a great show.
Both of them, like
Summer Screams,
yeah. Yeah, so we've covered like so many, like from at Devil's Last Laugh, Corey. He did a Christmas. We had 3 Christmas shows this year we were able to hit because they finally like stacked them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they weren't all in one weekend.
Right.
We got to hit up Field for theirs, and I was really happy because they did a hayride, and I loved the hayride.
Where'd we go to Field? St. Patty's.
St. Patty's.
We had Nocturnal open, and there was like a hidden bar in Nocturnal, so that was kind of awesome. Cool. Yeah, those guys are. I love them. Jim and Jane, they do an amazing job. Did you see their new marketing that they're doing? So they're selling tickets on Friday the 13th for their season show, and one day only is dropping $13 off VIP and regular passes, but every 13th order will win a VIP pass for 2 to every off-season event.
That's awesome.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
Like, I read that, I was like, you guys outdid yourselves. They're going to have pretty much a quarter of their season paid off in July.
Yeah.
See, haunts, you sell tickets early.
Yeah, there's not many that do that.
No. It's growing, though. It's been my personal vendetta to start haunt schedules and haunt tickets earlier than, like, July.
Yeah.
Because, A, some people are going to forget they bought tickets. B, it doesn't cost anything to sell them in the off season.
Yeah.
And C, it'll make more people can hit more haunts if they don't have to buy them all in a 6-week period.
Right.
That's my thought process. Because, like, I think about us, and that's not normal. So then you think about the family of 4, it's a $200 night.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have time to do that, you could probably hit another one.
Yeah, so, we do a decent bit of discounts and stuff here. We have I know our Sunday night is our family night. You can get 4 tickets for $25. Or for $25 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our cheapest ticket price is $25. And that's, I mean, you're getting an hour show, an hour plus show sometimes, depending on how fast you're on.
Or how slow you walk.
True. We've had reviewers. They were in here for an hour and 15 minutes, taking the sights in.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
do. I'll let people pass. I'll just go ahead. Have fun. Where were we that I let two groups pass? Were we in Laurel's?
Laurel's and I
Haunted
believe
Overload, we let like everyone. We were in there for like 45 minutes. It's a 20-minute walkthrough.
I think Field too. We've done that.
Yeah, I feel we've done it.
We did that at Bates Motel whenever they had COVID, because you get to walk their hayride trail.
Yes.
We were just like, yeah, go, everybody go ahead.
And it was beautiful because, you know, it's a 7-foot walkway.
Yeah.
You could stop and look at something. People could just keep walking.
Yeah.
They need to bring that back. It just that was the last time I enjoyed the Bates Motel. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that out loud? Continuing. So, what are some more bucket list haunts that you want to try and get to? What are the standouts? What are the I'm not dying until I get there?
I would love to see Knott's Berry Farm, Scary Farm. I'd love to see Laurel's. I'd love to see Fear Columbus.
Oh God, me too.
Or I'd love to see Nightmare Cleveland, Chippewa Lake, Slaughterhouse. Surprisingly, The Darkness, even though I'm always in St. Louis.
Well, there's reasons for that. I understand.
I'm going to Black Orchard next month. That was one that I really wanted to see. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a ton more, but off the top of my head, I can't think of any.
So that's a good list.
That is a good list.
Fear Columbus has slowly been creeping up to like the top of my list. But Ohio's going to be tough for us because there isn't like a central location. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And-
everything's super spread.
Right. And none of them are open like during the week. Like here, come that second or third week in October, it's Monday to Sunday. Like these guys are nuts. And then I know Fear Columbus does similar, but that's it.
Yeah.
And then we're in Ohio, so it's like, what the hell are we gonna do? So it might end up being like a 2-year trip where we just drive out there, hit like 3, drive back, and then the next year, continue. Because I want to hit all of them: Hoochie,
That's
Fear
what I wanted.
Columbus, Factory of Terror, Nightmare Cleveland, just all of them.
Factory on the Hooch is something that you'll never forget.
That's the one I want to go to.
It's something. It's definitely in your face. It's balls to the wall. It's unshameful. Like you will be offended.
Oh man, I can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, maybe next year we'll start it.
We'll see. We'll see. Easy. Can I plan this year? I have a doc I'm working on because these haunts seem to drop these damn schedules. All right. So, what trends are you seeing in the haunt industry when it comes to show operations or design? What's been the biggest change lately?
I call them boo pedals, which we use. It's the Horror Nights. The actor pushes the button, it makes a noise, and it does lights. I thought it was really dumb the first time I seen it, and then I went to Horror Nights and I saw how they effectively used it, and I was like, okay, I gotta understand. It's something that some haunts have to do.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to push through thousands of people in one singular night and have my actors not, hurt
Die.
die, basically die. It's pretty cost effective. A couple $100 you can make one, and it's a great use of audio, lighting, and a scare.
Very cool. Yeah, my biggest change I've noticed is sound and makeup. Um, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I came up going through these and everyone was white face. And sometimes you had like blood. That was all
Yeah.
makeup. That's all you had.
Yeah, we have a bunch of old photo books of Fright Farm in the past because I mean I started coming here as a kid in the early 2000s, and I don't really remember a whole lot, but looking through the pictures I was like, oh, this is what the haunted house looked like. Oh no, everything is more theatrical now. Makeup is higher end. I mean a silicone mask will run you $600. I think the people that are doing the best makeup right now are hair or who were we just talking about?
Laurel's House of
Oh,
Horror.
Laurel's is they're doing the best makeup around.
Hear that, Mandy? Hear that, Alejo? Hear that team there? Yeah, they absolutely
They're
kill
really
it.
good.
Mhm.
We went for Christmas and we saw Mr. Frost, and the
That
dude
still
looked
is stuck
frozen.
in my head.
It's still stuck in my head months later. Like
Yeah.
he glistened like he was frozen. Like
That's
it's ridiculous. But huge shout out to Mandy and their team there and Pro Air because
Yeah.
they make some cool stuff. Yeah, she wows me every time we walk in there.
She's very talented.
Yeah, and there's quite a few, but yeah, she's something special. Uh what do you think Halt should be focusing on more to keep guests coming back year after year?
I think add-ons are a big thing. I would like to try to keep the customer here longer. That's why we redid our midway a couple years ago, and it's a number system. So your wagon is a specific number. So you can just walk around, and we have 4 different escape rooms, buried alive simulators, axe throwing, like just a bunch of fun games. We're talking about adding more. We're thinking about doing a mini golf and possibly a corn maze as an add-on attraction.
Mini golf, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I just want to keep. I would like to keep people here longer and have more fun. I mean, we have live bands every Friday and Saturday, and if it's not a live band, it's a DJ.
And that's our favorite nights is like we'll try to get to 2 a night, but if it's like field
Mm.
or like mark offs with the crazy midways, we're staying because
Yeah,
we love the atmosphere. My favorite part, and I'm not gonna lie, is going to mark offs because we go when it's cold out. It's the first trail's 2 miles, the second trail's a mile, and then you can pretty much eat around the world like Disney World from like tacos, cheeseburgers, brats, cookies, waffles, cotton candy, like there's everything.
yeah,
And they have the giant ceremonial birds because you're not allowed to say a certain word there. And like they use telephone poles for this shit. It's not like they put like firewood. Like these things are taller than me. And just sit there with a nice hot chocolate, watching all the craziness. That's my favorite shit.
yep, yep. I take multiple hayrides a night, and my favorite thing is the smell of diesel tractor while I'm riding through the woods. It's just something about it.
See, you got another hayride fan.
Mm-hmm. I love that smell of diesel.
Yep, that's funny. Me, I'm primarily house. I like details. I like being closer to stuff. Hayrides are awesome. I'll never miss a hayride. But for me, I love houses.
Up and close in
Yep.
your face.
And my face.
I get that. It's really, 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 really hard for us to scare people on our hayride.
It's hard for anyone to scare on a
Yeah.
hayride.
I think Field probably has the best setup for a wagon. Theirs are nice and low. The actors can get up on them easy.
And they shut you in, which really helps to add to the.
Yeah, we've taken some plays out of their book. We have a couple barns that will shut you in, but our wagons we set them up during COVID to have benches on them, and we just never took them off because we liked the way you could see everything and
Yes.
not have to twist your neck around. So you're sitting probably like 7 feet in the air, and little actors trying to scare you off. So we're progressively building our scene up higher so that the actors can feel more empowered.
I completely appreciate your benches. I'm looking forward to that because I love Field of Scream so much. But last 2 years, I almost fell off the damn hayride
I fell asleep.
because my legs fell asleep.
I get
I
that.
couldn't feel them. Yeah, I've learned that if I lean on one cheek, it doesn't happen. But it's a 25-minute hayride.
You're sitting on a nerve.
But yeah, I took a tumble last year. That was funny. I was like, oh shit, we almost went down. Luckily, it was muddy out. I would have been all right. So, how many attractions are at Fright Farm?
Technically, we have 4 attractions, but we have multiple themes throughout.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it's in a linear fashion too.
Because when I was looking at it, I messaged him. I'm like, I'm looking at like 12 different attractions. What the hell is going on? But there's different areas have different
Right.
names, which is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I haven't seen that. I mean, you've
It's
seen
really
it out of.
It's really nice for us to be able to try different things and see what sticks and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And we have so much land to work with that it's like, okay, let's build up some stuff. Let's try this. We drug in a boat last year out of the woods to make into a section.
That's so cool. Yeah, then you have like the 13th floor. He's like, we have 3 attractions. You are 1 walkthrough. And you don't even know when they switch. So you're 1 attraction. Stop.
Yeah, we have a couple breakpoints where we space people out if it gets too long, but we like to put signage everywhere to defer like what section you're about to come into, because before we did it and people were like, what are you talking about? 3 or there was 4 themes. I'm like, yep, you walk through 4 themes.
Yeah, I need the differential. I do.
You
I
just,
do.
Or else it just bothers me.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, every section that you walk through it should tell you what you're about to walk into. Like our hollow grounds, which is our cemetery, big wrought iron gate that you walk through.
Cemeteries are my favorite.
We have a pretty cool one. It's we have fog shooting out of everywhere. We have real gravestones, a lightning storm happening.
Yes.
Cool.
Our cemetery is won best cemetery a few years from Scare Factor, so it's
Nice.
and we're revamping it this year to make it more ethereal. It's going to be more ghostly instead of more like zombie. So we're gonna try that and give that a shot and see what happens.
Can't wait. Have you had any collaborations with other haunts or creators that were especially exciting?
I mean, yeah, I've worked with just about every haunt in the area. Just whether it be doing an off-season event with them or something like that, I love supporting the other haunts around. We're all in this little world together. Not it doesn't matter that someone might be the best or the newest or something like that. People come to multiple haunts. You're not
Yep.
seeing one per year. Hopefully you're not. If you are, that's on you.
You need to step your game up. What's one piece of haunt gear or tech you can't live without?
I'm gonna have to say it. It's my chainsaw. Something that I've had a real gas chainsaw since I was 6. I have obsessed with Leatherface my whole life. I mean, my character is just great value, Leatherface. but there's love in that. Like,
Yeah.
it's coming from a place of love.
Chainsaw. I like it. I like it.
I know they're overused and they're overplayed. Everybody's tired of them, but
Are they though? Are they? Because
Depending.
then they would just go away if everyone was tired of them, and they haven't, and they're not stopping. What do you think about chainsaws?
Mm.
And that's the reason why they're not going away. Because we can all sit at the bottom of Frightmare Asylum and just watch person after person after person run to the fucking parking lot because there's a chainsaw behind them.
And one of them was me.
Those kids impress me. They got a lot of good chainsaw kids over there.
They do.
We're constantly running.
Yeah, and it's just those are our most popular reels too. Are these kids running from the chainsaws and that? So like people say they're overdone, maybe, but it still works and people still like it and people still run. So you're not gonna ever lose it.
No.
If you like chainsaws, our one attraction, Slaughter Hollow, is basically a glorified chainsaw walkthrough.
Oh,
It is in your face, super intense, strobe lights, the whole nine.
Strobe lights and chainsaws.
oh my lord!
You're gonna die.
I think I may.
We're coming above you. We're below you with them. It's nuts.
I'll send you a picture. You can put it like a wanted
Oh my God.
up in the dressing room so they can attack harder.
I can
There
do
we
it.
go.
Mm-mm. My palms are sweating.
Oh, well, just remember
It's
this:
two things I can't deal
the
with.
bus leaves at 11.
Is the chainsaw.
What's the second one?
Jason.
Yeah, she can't do Jason Voorhees.
We don't have that.
Oh, thank God.
I sent her into basically the biggest panic attack I've ever seen out of anyone. We were at Brighton Asylum, and back in the day, they used to do Night of the Creeps, which was one night only, and it was all horror movies.
That's awesome.
They had a hell of a Captain Spaulding and Baby, too. But, and she sounded just like her. It was so fucking creepy. But, you turn a corner, and there's a little lady in a sweater saying, "They should have been watching him. They should have been making love." So I knew what was coming.
Never even saw her or heard her.
Not paying any attention in the world. So I get in front of Terry, and I turn the corner, and I see he's like 6'6", this dude. There's a bridge that goes left, and there's a little cabin with a boat, and there's a 6'6" Jason Voorhees, gigantic dude. He grabbed her, starting lifting her up.
He grabbed me like this to pull me back, like over the bridge.
He's probably still deaf. And then
I was kicking my feet and screaming louder and louder.
And I had gotten in front of her because I wasn't going to let her pass. So she was trapped there with him messing with her for a good 5 minutes.
It was the worst.
She crumbled in the next room.
And cried.
Yeah, he cried.
I did cry.
That was the funniest moment I've ever seen of her in a haunt, was Jason Voorhees.
He's like, "Are you crying?"
Well, at least that Jason didn't have a chainsaw.
Yeah. Oh.
I think I would have died of a heart attack.
All right, so we did that. So is there anything new coming? And I got to try this pizza. Is this pizza worth the hype?
Oh, is this that big pizza?
Yes.
I cannot confirm nor deny. I like the pizza. Some people don't like the pizza. It's just how you look. Do you like cheese on your pizza?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll like it.
Okay.
I mean, it's massive pizza.
Yeah, it's huge. A big piece of pizza.
Wow. We'll have to try it.
Our pepperoni rolls are huge too. They're as big as my thigh, probably.
The biggest pepperonis. Oh, man, I can't wait. Can't wait.
We also are the only haunt I've ever seen to have broccoli and cheddar soup. So there's that. I don't know.
I like that, but that's
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
It's different.
Is that a big seller?
Actually, yes.
I'm guessing it's a big seller from like October 20th to the end of the season.
Oh yeah, when it gets cold out.
Yeah.
The-
I could
the-
get that because that shit sticks to your guts. So it'll keep you warm. Yeah. So what other food we got on property? What do we got going on?
We've got the standard stuff: pizza, chicken fingers, hot dogs, cheddar and baked potato soup. What else we have? Funnel cakes. Our funnel cakes are pretty good. I enjoy those. Deep fried Oreos. A lot of fair food. It's all made by us. We have we have the pizza shop, the snack stand, and then the funnel cake stand. So there's three different
Okay.
spots you can get food from.
Because you guys are our only stop that night. So I'm going to make
Yeah.
sure I got some snubs, some snackies.
Snackies.
Yeah, some snackies. Cotton candy.
Pre-made.
She'll take it.
Okay. We normally have a fresh squeezed lemonade cart running around too sometimes.
Oh man. So you got bands every Friday and Saturday. Crazy amount of food. What's the book I'm seeing on the website?
What is it?
It looks like a book on your guys' website. Let me see. I'll be able to show you in a second. Your
Okay.
cord's in my way.
Oh, sorry. Hang me. Yeah, it's a book.
Rich Farms presents Night at the Hawthorne.
Let me see here.
Here, I can show it to you.
Okay.
Share screen. Make sure it's not the porno
Entire
screen. Entire screen. Share. There we go.
Oh, okay. So that was we like to play around with different themes in general, and that was our Goosebumps kind of overlay that we did for our ticket.
Okay.
So yeah, we did the.
I
We've
thought you
done,
guys wrote a damn book too. I was like, okay.
no, we just thought our theme last year was kind of based around the new attraction we built, which was the Hawthorne Hotel. So it was Night at the Hawthorne, a 1920s rundown abandoned hotel. It was a lot of fun.
Very cool. Very cool. Because I know a lot of places have started making their own like comic books and all this. I was wondering, like, maybe you guys hop on that train.
No, not yet. I saw Terror in the Corn has a video game out now, and I'm like, what?
They have everything. Like, I'm pretty sure they have a comic book, the video game. There's some other shit they have. That's insane. Those guys are going crazy.
You sure are. That's what I like to see too. I love to see the haunt innovate and stuff like that.
Yeah, something different. Yeah, the merch shops are really taking off too. You guys got a pretty good merch shop too, I've seen.
Yeah, we got everything you could ever dream of. We got flip flops and muck boots that say Fright Farm on them. We got shirts and hoodies, beanies, magnets, stickers, all the fun stuff. We even had we got a ton of chocolate last year, like the chocolate bones and fingers and stuff like that. Or the chocolate treasures or something.
Wow.
They're normally at the shows like Trans World and stuff.
Yeah, I tear those up. Those are good. Yeah, we need to go sticker shopping. We got to fill that wall. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. There's a lot of stickers up there. Been too many damn places. It's time to retire. So there was another question I just came up with. Think of a question. I got to come back to that one.
Which one? The bottom one?
No, we're done those.
Oh.
It was in my head.
Oh.
Radio silence. Good job, Terry. Way to be the co-host
No.
here. You're supposed to be the color commentary. So is this your first tour that you're receiving by lunatics that go to haunts together on a bus?
No, before my time here, I worked at Haunted Hills Estate before they were a Scream Park. But we had HauntCon come through in 2012.
Okay.
So the area hasn't had a tour since. Besides, I think Air House and Castle Blood and 100 Acre were on Legendary Haunt Tour, but like Fright Farm itself hasn't been on a tour since 2012.
Oh, we're coming.
I'm so excited. I'm so ready for it.
We're working on selling out the bus. I think we only got like 14 tickets left.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've been
It's
working.
not even June yet.
Listen, I was trying to have this done by convention. Troy's cracking the whip. Troy's cracking the whip. I gotta do what Lord Troy says to do.
I think we'll get some in June.
We have the Friday the 13th thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her favorite. We're going to the Blairstown Diner to vend. It's the 45th anniversary of Friday the 13th, and they filmed it at the diner. And the
So excited.
the camp is actually giving tours that weekend too. So this town's going to be packed with Jasons, and
That's awesome.
it's going to be awesome. It's going to be such a good time.
You're gonna have so much fun.
You are.
Oh yeah.
And one of my best friends is a Jason award-winning cosplayer. He's won like 6 awards for doing it. And we did a commercial for Night of Terror because he was doing Friday the 13th at Night of Terror. He got dressed in my living room, and she still freaked out. I'm like, it's him.
I watched him get dressed. I helped. And then we were outside. It was dark, and there was only a little bit of light. And he just dropped his head, and he started moving fast. And I was getting flashbacks of the movie, and I just booked it.
Oh, that shit was funny. It was a hot ass night too.
It was a
That
little
was
worse.
hot.
Full
Oh, that's
makeup
awesome.
and a hot night are the absolute worst.
So when does it start cooling down in Pittsburgh? What am I looking at for like October 5th?
I mean, with the way the weather's been the past couple weeks, I don't know. Normally we're not cooling down until around October. It's normally, it feels like 90 every night. But you guys should have a good time. It should be hopefully sweater weather.
Oh yeah, that's all I want. Like I just want to wear my polo and shorts and be freezing. That's what I want. Well, what?
The shorts. You do. I think it's the end of October. You wear
Pants.
pants.
Yeah, because it's dropping down to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, Field of Screams. We always do their media night, and it's September 13th.
Yeah.
Those houses don't have air conditioning.
No.
And it's 95 degrees out still. So I almost see Jesus by the end of that night because it is so fucking hot in there.
I bet.
And then you think you want to do the indoors first to get the heat out of the way. And then you sit on the hayride and the breeze is never enough. You're like, come on.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, hey, you go faster.
Hey, big guy. All right, so Pittsburgh is pretty much the same climate.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, we're excited. I can't wait to sell this tour out. So, what's your second favorite haunt in the area? I'm gonna start some shit.
What's my first?
Oh, what is your first?
My first would probably be 100 Acre Manor.
Okay. 100 Acre Manor.
Yeah, very, very good haunt. Horror Nights level detail.
Oh, okay.
Great people running it. It's a good time.
Very cool.
What's your second?
I really love the asylum in Weston, the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. That is a haunt that I never get used to. We talked about a little bit of audio earlier. Since that haunt is real and it's all concrete, you can't hear the next room ahead of you.
Mm,
It's an eerie feeling.
Oh,
very cool. That building is eerie enough.
Hmm.
That's creepy.
so like Penhurst,
Kinda.
a little bit.
Worse.
Oh.
Penhurst is creepy, but this is a little more.
My
Do you-
favorite thing is I talked to the guy that runs the haunted house there, and he was like, "Yeah, this is the tuberculosis ward. Nobody lived through this. Everybody that was in here died." So that's like a little creepy to think in the back of your head how many thousands of people died in that building.
Yeah, that's like Waverly Hills. You
Yeah.
have the fucking body shoot because people got tired of dragging the bodies out. It's insane. It's crazy. Tuberculosis is insane.
Do you have a favorite scene at your haunt or room?
Yeah, yeah. My favorite scene is it's called the Kill Show, and it's the opening room to Slaughter Hollow. Basically, you walk in a pitch black room, and then all the lights come on, and a guy cattle guns a girl's head in front of you. So you get shot with air and everything, and then chainsaws. It's a great opening room to a haunt, in my opinion.
I love it. That sounds great. So, who's the GOAT in your opinion? Who's your favorite to go to? The number one you try to get to every year, the one you miss the most when you can't get there. What's your favorite haunt of all time?
Man, it's a real toss up between the Haunted Hoochie and Halloween Horror Nights, and they're
Okay.
two totally different shows. Two absolutely totally different shows. I love the wildness of the Hooch, but I love the production and the quality of Halloween Horror Nights. So I'm gonna lean in that direction more.
Going HHN more.
Yeah.
Okay. I have like a love hate with HHN. It's beautiful. You're not beating the quality. It's just the pure madness of the lines and the conga effect, and
Mm-hmm.
I really wish, like, I get the conga. You're not getting away from the conga at HHN. It's just not. I'd have to be an idiot to think they could do that. But the person that tells you to keep going, do we need them in a blue polo? Can't we put them in like a shroud or something to have them keep moving? You know, it just takes you right out of it. Like, you're seeing the hotel from American Horror Story, not the hotel, the asylum, and it's beautiful. It's 2 stories. It's got the statue broken at your feet, and then there's this lady in a polo telling you to hurry up. Like,
Yeah.
can't we put them in a shroud or something? It just that bothered the hell out of me that whole time we were there.
Just put them in a ghillie suit.
There you go. Something. Have him match the scene. Put him in a nurse's outfit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know where you're coming from with that.
It's a stupid little detail, and we're trying to get to haunts in every state. So I'm not going to say I'm going every year, but the second they get a Freddy haunt back, I'm there.
I mean, there's talks of a Jason haunt coming this year.
I was reading. So no HHN this year?
Can I sit one out?
You sat the last. We haven't been to HHN since 2017.
Well, no, skip a house. I mean,
No, I ain't paying that money for you to skip a house.
By
Get
the
out of
way,
your damn head.
2017 was my first year, and what a great lineup of houses.
I'm saying there hasn't been a lineup like that since.
No,
I mean, it
hasn't
was
come close.
the Blumhouse with the Insidiouses,
Mhm.
American Horror Story, The Shining, Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Like, it was awesome.
It was a stacked lineup. That was Saw. Saw was
Saw,
that?
yep, Saw.
yeah.
I love that one. That was a good one.
I jumped the fuck out of my shoes at HHN. Insidious House.
Mhm.
When you walked past, you saw a mirror. of the Black Widow lady, the Black Bride. It wasn't a fucking mirror.
Yeah, they're so good at doing those kind of special effects.
Yep. Yeah, that was
It's
yeah, it's gonna take a hell of a lineup to get me back.
yeah. I mean we take a lot of inspiration from them to we watch all the walkthroughs, we go, we see it, and we want to try to recreate it. And I really do think the best people that are doing it are probably Fear Columbus. I
That's what
think
I'm hearing.
they
Because I know,
picked it apart and got it perfect.
yeah, I was sending our buddy Rick Paulton does Ohio for us, and when they sent that like drawbridge with like the cathedral around and everything, I saw that picture on Facebook. I was like, I wish just got on a plane. I was like, that is gorgeous. And then I sent it to him. I'm like, yeah, you ready to go now? He's like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, they're not messing around at Fear Columbus. And I
Right.
know the team at Laurel's does a lot of work with them up there too. I mean, that's got to be a hell of a drive, but they like I said, haunts stick together. It's been really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. You got any questions, Your Honor?
No.
Have we forgot anything about Fright Farm?
Don't think come with your walking shoes on.
Oh yeah,
Oh my gosh,
I'll
you'd
have
be
my
so-
boots on.
Yeah, your boots, your back patches, your knee patches, whatever you need to get through this place. Because it's a lot of steps, it's a lot of walking. It's the steps mostly. The steps will get you.
You'd be surprised how many people show up in like women flip flops and
Oh,
heels.
I see it on the rainy nights. I'm like, why? Why do you have Crocs on?
Right.
You're on an active farm. Why do you have Crocs on?
They're in sport mode.
They're sport mode getting you stuck. It always brings me back, like Brighton Asylum for some reason. Maybe because of its vicinity to New York City. I call it Club Brighton. I've seen girls show up wearing scarves as shirts, 10-inch heels. The party is so funny. Like, I will literally finish the haunt, do our video, and then just watch people walk up in this ridiculous outfits. Yeah, let's go through a haunted attraction in 10-inch heels and a scarf as a shirt. Listen, I wasn't mad, but I think she's crazy.
Yeah, I get it. Or like, well, somebody will be wearing their brand new Nikes and get mud on them and then get mad at us. Like,
Yeah.
we can't help you, bud.
Yeah. See, they got to learn. I have a whole haunt outfit because I'm a nerd. I have haunt shoes. I have haunt pants. Oh, man, that's funny. All right, so we covered the attractions. We covered the food. We covered terror tours. So what do you think is the main, and this will be the last question. I don't want to keep you all night. What's the main standout point Fright Farm has that no one else has?
I'm gonna have to say it's our size. It's a if I would be happy as a customer walking through this place with no actors, like just the amount of things to see. Like we're not the most detailed haunt. We don't have the most animatronics. We don't have, the best set design kind of thing. But like just walking, the amount of walking you have to do to get through this place is impressive to me. And I walk it 7 times a night.
Oh my God. He's got me excited. How many actors do you carry? Second to last question.
We start out about 120, and then that falls a little bit and picks back up a little bit because we keep hiring nonstop. We'll keep hiring until the last weekend because sometimes this just isn't it for some of these kids. It's either the first night they do it, the first weekend, or the first busy night. And they're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
It's and this is a hard haunt. Like I've been to many haunts. I've guest acted. I did 10 years at a different haunt. Now I'm 10 years in here. Like this is a hard haunt to get through.
Very cool. Well, I'm excited. You excited?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am.
Terror Tours.
I know. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I didn't watch Tim and Katie's video on purpose.
Okay.
Like I won't. I watched your interview with them. That was it. But I did like. I have a. If it's a haunt I know I'm getting to within the next 5 years, I won't watch their videos or the Scare Factor videos, and it kills me because the Scare Factor videos are amazing, and I want to watch them all, but I can't.
I will say you could watch their videos and a lot of things will be changed.
Okay, maybe I'll take a couple minutes of it.
I would maybe try do Tim and Katie's first video. That's gonna be the one that is drastically different. We had the sewer in the basement instead of the hotel.
Okay.
So a lot of things do change. Some of our rooms stay the same and we just retheme them a little bit, but like a good portion of that is going to be different.
Okay. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, like the only videos I really watch are the HHN ones because I know I'm not going and I know they're going to change next year.
Yeah.
So are
we
you
also did-
I go for it.
Oh, I was going to say we also did a like a documentary with Spooky Kisses. She came out and that was a few years back. And if you can find that and watch it, that's you'll be able to see a lot and understand Fright Farm a little bit, and everything from that has changed basically.
Okay. Yeah. But so shit.
Well,
I think I remember what you were gonna say.
What's that?
Was it? Am I an IP or an original?
Yes. See, you read my mind. That's scary.
It depends. It really, really, really depends. I lean more towards the originals, but if you get the right IP, Texas Chainsaw, House of a Thousand Corpses, Halloween, I'm there for it.
Yeah. See, my thing is the originals are great. They were beautiful when we went. I loved every house. But you're Universal. I want all movies. You have enough movies to do. Just do that's your game.
Yeah,
Is the movies.
I mean, that's why most of the people like most of their clientele comes because of what IP they have. Like if they do Five Nights at Freddy's this year, it will be swarmed.
Yeah. Yeah. And like all your other rides are movies. You don't have an IP ride. I mean an original ride. It's I don't know. It's just something that's bothered me not bothered me, but it's just if I'm I'm doing 10 movies. I'm filling the lineup. There's enough of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and every once in a while they'll do a repeat. I mean, they did Texas Chainsaw in I think it was 2016 and then 2021. So like
Yeah.
they keep doing repeats of older. I have a feeling we're getting Poltergeist this year, which they did in 2018.
Shit.
that would be such a cool house.
God. No. I hope it's next year.
There's
I want to
no
get the
way.
Epic Universe, but I want to give it the full year
Mm-hmm.
of all the craziness before I, attempt to get the Epic Universe. But Poltergeist, that might.
I don't know how you plan on fitting that in.
They open September 1st.
That's true.
Actually, going by the calendar, I'm just keeping him on all night. My apologies.
I ain't got nothing to do.
All right, let's see. No, they're going to open August 29th.
29th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when they're going to do it.
Well, we're away that weekend.
Well, we could just keep driving down.
Yeah, just drive down. Quick trip.
All right, if it's Poltergeist and Nightmare on Elm Street, we're flying over. We're going to do one night, VIP passes, get them all done, and get on a plane the next morning.
We probably could do that because I doubt
No,
very
there's
much
no
it's
way.
going to be crowded.
What?
But when they first open,
Mm-hmm. I guarantee you that 29th is sold out like 10 minutes after tickets go on sale. Yeah,
we got to do the Scream Early, or not Scream Early, the what was it called? Premium Scream Night. That's what it was last year. It was the night before they officially opened.
Ooh.
It was pricey. It was $350, but it was uh, unlimited food. You could just walk up to anywhere and grab food. Unlimited drink, besides alcohol. They staggered the entries for the houses, and there was only one line, so there was no express line cutting into the general line. So everybody just kind of funneled in, and it was well worth the money. And if they do it again, I will be there.
So you got the all houses in one night.
Yeah, we could have done. My wife and I could have done every house 4 times that night.
It's worth the money.
Yeah.
You figure it's $100 for a ticket, and then you're going to eat $150 worth.
Well, we always buy our justification for it was we always buy Express Pass, and we did the calculations, and it was like $273 plus tax for an Express Pass and a ticket to get in. So
And then you get
I'll eat that food.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like we went.
Right, even for like a water or soda,
It's like $5. So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
a pretzel's like $13, $14.
they sell butterbeer during HHN, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Ho, 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 ho.
Well, you can get butterbeer now in the in City Walk. They sell it.
Oh, that's cool.
So you don't even have to go in the park anymore to get it, which is
Well, I was
nice.
thinking price wise, because if it's all you can eat drink, you just walk up, grab butterbeer.
I could have gotten as much butterbeer as my tummy could have handled.
That is so worth it.
It would be $700. And well, no, because I have all the air miles and
Yeah, we
hotel.
won't pay for the flight or the hotel.
I hope
Fucking PJ made me go to HHN.
I convinced a lot of people to go to Horror Nights for some reason.
I absolutely love it. We had a blast. It's just like I want all movies because I have really good original at home. Like I can imagine if you live in like if you live in like Oklahoma. Not the I don't know any of the haunts in Oklahoma. Don't come after me. But you know what I'm saying. Like it's just Poltergeist and a Jason.
Possibly Terrifier. Those are the big ones that I've heard. Oh,
and I hear Megan too.
See,
Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna do Megan. In my opinion.
You're the historian on this, but all I know is when it's a scare zone like it was last year, it ends up being a house.
Sometimes.
Okay.
If it's popular enough, like they did that with Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It was a scare zone before it was a house. Trick or Treat was a scare zone before it was a house. But Megan was part of the Blumhouse section, and we always get something Blumhouse, but I don't know. There's nothing scary about Megan to me. There's nothing.
No.
She does nothing for me.
It was an entertaining movie. That's it. Like I don't know why it was considered a horror.
Right.
I was more sci-fi with that. But you're right. It's not a scary movie. Like, what are you going to do a whole house on?
Right. Like there's talks about them doing a WWE house this year.
I know.
I loved WWE when I was growing up, but like some of those wrestlers don't wrestle anymore that were scary.
Are you gonna have a whole house of the Undertaker? Like, I don't understand. I don't know. You know they're gonna have some Universal house, and then I don't know, man. They got to start making announcements soon, right?
Yeah, they were supposedly they're waiting until after Epic opened, which it opened, and now they're starting to tease a little bit with some static.
Yeah, I saw the statics. I was like, wow, thank you, assholes.
Great, I watched 30 seconds of static.
I was waiting for something to pop up, but we were right. It is the 29th they open. August 29th, Orlando. It's be 170 degrees.
I'll sweat and it'll be worth it.
I was trying. Yeah, I'm hoping this year's light and the next year's there because I need to see Epic Universe. I don't know what took 100 years to do Universal Monsters in their park.
Well, I think within the past decade, they have determined that horror sells. They have two year-round like Halloween stores basically in the parks now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Horror Nights is more popular than ever. I mean, we went during COVID, and they didn't even have houses open at the time, and the merch was just flying off the shelves. Like horror it's big now, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. And like it's just shocking to me because those monsters made your entire brand. And now you're doing a park for them. I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I mean they've been here or there, like depending on which coast you're on. You know, they have the tram out in Hollywood, and then they have the Psycho House and stuff like that. But you know, they have the horror and makeup show at Orlando, but that's more or less a comedy show. It really doesn't teach you much about makeup or just mostly horror. But I will watch that every time I go.
What are you? You're already on the website. You booking a trip already? God damn, calm down. We got to see the lineup first. Good Lord. We got a vacation to pay for?
I know.
Relax.
We have
I paid Terra Tours off before you selling tickets.
We have a 5-year.
Yeah, a 5-year. You want to go to Italy? There's a haunt in Italy. I could probably get us behind.
There ain't haunts in Italy.
There's one.
Is there?
Yes. I can't pronounce the name. Pasquale de something. We're not going in October, so it'll have to be a behind-the-scenes tour. All right. Are you done bothering PJ?
I am.
Now that he's pretty much talked us into going to Orlando. Well, don't hang up because I want to ask you a question offline.
Sure.
All right. Guys, make sure you get your tickets to Terra Tours so we can go see Fright Farm together and have a blast. PJ, thank you for taking the time out and going way over time with us. We greatly appreciate it.
That went by quick.
It did. That's what happens when you talk to haunters. So I love doing this. But anyway, before we continue, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the button over there, do that thing. It really helps us out. And buy tickets. Territories.rip. You cannot buy 5 VIP passes for this price.
No, you can't.
We tried. But we'll see you guys next week with hopefully another Terra Tours stop. Goodbye.
Bye.